does a deck cadet do on ship? So this is a very common question when a cadet goes for training after completing his DNS or BNS. So when he boards the ship, what is his actual duties on board ship? So see, deck cadets are normally trainee navigation officers. They come under chief officer directly actually, because chief officer is the training officer on board, and since these guys are going for training, so chief officer is their actual boss on board, and they have to actually follow exact instructions of the chief officer. Normal routine on board ships of cadets we can explain in this video. So let's see, starting from the morning, when you wake up. So morning 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, it's chief officer's watch on bridge. Okay, so normally chief officer keeps the cadets with him, because cadets are very new on board. So they have to be actually taken care of. I cannot say pampered, but yes, they have to be a little bit extra care we actually provide to cadets, because they are actually very new. Not only the ship staff actually but also from the office, from the shore office, they also have some instructions in each and every company where they say, then you have to keep an eye on the cadets and you have to see the well-being of them, and in case they have any problem, you have to resolve the issue. Not only for cadets, but especially actually they have to keep an eye especially on the new joiners. So new joiners like cadets and all, who are actually coming first time on board. So this is actually I could say an atmosphere where we take care of cadets especially. So let's see the daily routine as we were talking about in this video. So daily routine starts from like morning 4 o'clock. Some chief officers, they don't call cadets 4 o'clock, they call them at 6 o'clock also. So 6 to 8 maybe they can do watch, or 4 to 8 they can do the watch in the morning and then they can go for their breakfast or what. After the breakfast they can join deck work, since deck jobs and deck maintenance work is also part of their training. So they can actually go and join the deck work as per chief officer's instruction. This is a normal ship routine which I'm talking about. It can change, it might depend upon chief officer to chief officer, or maybe the ship routine, or maybe the jobs going on board, but we are talking about the daily normal routine on an average ship. So 4 to 8 he is doing a job with he is doing a navigation watch with chief officer on bridge. After 8 o'clock he's going for breakfast, then he's joining deck jobs on deck for deck maintenance, then he's going for lunch. Normally after that he can go for rest for some time, 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours or whatever, and then he can go for his self-study time. After that he takes a dinner 5 to 6 or 5:30 or 6 o'clock or whatsoever, and then he joins chief officer on bridge again in the evening watch from 6 to 8 or maybe 4 to 8 depending upon chief officer. So this time on bridge, what he is spending actually is actually his training time, his studying time, where he actually completes his DLP, where he actually completes his all training material, all the all the jobs which are assigned to him in his DLP. So all these things he has to cover in this duration while he's on board. So it is not possible to cover all these jobs in 1 month or 2 month time. So that's why 18 months are assigned to complete all these jobs, and each and every ship they go, they have some duties, they have some jobs assigned according to this DLP, and they have to cover it. So while covering this DLP thing, they have to actually study, they have to understand, they have to actually ask questions from their seniors, let it be chief officer, third officer, second officer, depending upon what type of question he's asking. So he can actually assist in the jobs to learn better. He can actually participate in the jobs to get more knowledge, and the first hand knowledge is actually the best. So all these things actually matter. So main task of a cadet is like to complete his DLP. All these things come under chief officer, and he is the boss, so he has to actually follow the instructions. As we talked about, like 4 to 8 maybe in the evening he is finishing up his duty, is navigation duty with chief officer, and then he can go for rest. So enough time is actually given to cadet for his DLP, for his studies, because he is there for studies, he is there on board for training, he is there on board to learn. So actually enough time is actually assigned for a cadet to learn. But it does not mean that he does not work. Yes, he works, because if he will not work, he will not understand the difficulties, he will not understand the actual technical thing what is going on, and by participating he learns better. So this is actually a scenario of a cadet on board ship. Thank you.